You're listening to the audio production of The Opposite of Certainty, Fear, Faith, and Life in Between by Janine Urbaniak Reid, published by Thomas Nelson and read by Ginny Welsch.
Forward. Anne Lamott. The Opposite of Certainty is the memoir of a woman who has managed to assemble a satisfying and safe life, with 3 children, a long marriage, a beautiful home surrounded by redwoods, several dogs, half a dozen or so cats, and a passion for spiritual understanding and union. But they say that God comes to comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable, and one day her bright and charming young son's hands began to shake. This is the story of what happened next. In this spiritual memoir, Janine Urbaniak Reid shares the deepest truths about life, beginning with how she kept it together, more or less, in the early days and thereafter, through endless hospital stays while the family waited to learn whether Mason was even still inside his sleeping body. The journey takes her to the pits of despair, wild hope, and the day-to-day drama, but it also takes her deep into herself and the eternal questions we all ask ourselves. Who are we really, way deep down, when everything we thought we knew turns out to have been conditional? Where do we land when the lifelong foundation from which we have lived seems to crumble beneath our feet? Where is faith in darkness and terror? Where can joy be found in uncertainty? What is real and true when what is going on can't actually be happening? This is Janine's brilliant, rich, and breathtakingly honest and sometimes very funny account of defying the gravity of her circumstances. It is a book about life with a capital L, about a marriage, motherhood, the unfathomable salvation we find in friendships and nature. It is about grave doubt and faith, no matter what faith. It's relatively easy to know who you are and what is true when things are going well and the details of your life are nicely in place. But as the old joke goes, if you want to make God laugh, tell her your plans. The Opposite of Certainty takes us from a perfectly planned and executed life, a secure and happy home, to the chaos of intensive care, from churches to brain institutes, bed with her head under the pillow at 3 a.m., and to a long, long and unlikely stay in the last place Janine ever expected to find peace, Texas. It's the story of how a self-identified control freak learned to let go and let God, with whom she was barely speaking, and how she found the...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?